Welcome back to Anime-verse Hubs, your gateway to the most epic tales in anime and beyond. Today we dive deep into the journey of Luo Feng, the legendary figure from Swallowed Star. From his acquisition of unmatched treasures to the guidance of the mysterious sitting mountain guest, we explore every detail of his path to godhood. Before we begin, help us reach our milestone. Subscribe and join the journey to 10,000 subscribers. Luo Feng's journey begins not as a destined hero, but as a determined young man with unwavering resolve. Across the cosmos, countless beings rise and fall, yet only those who master both power and strategy can endure the trials that await. Luo Feng understood this truth early. In acknowledging the Star Tower as his master, he received three treasures, each vital to his survival and growth. The first, the Wingless Wings, gifted by the Lord of Chaos City, is far more than a simple escape tool. It defies the constraints of ordinary movement, allowing Luo Feng to retreat from the deadliest of battles and reposition strategically when the tide turns against him. This treasure ensured that no matter how overwhelming an opponent's might, Luo Feng always maintained control over his destiny. It was a lifeline, a symbol that survival was a skill as crucial as power itself. The second treasure, the Tower Bead, is a marvel bound intimately to Luo Feng's soul. It functions as the core of the Star Tower's sealed space, granting both offensive and defensive utility. Its sealing abilities allowed him to manipulate space in combat, creating zones of advantage or restricting opponents. More importantly, the Tower Bead shielded his very essence, rendering him nearly immune to soul-based attacks. Against adversaries who specialize in spiritual warfare, Luo Feng's position became nearly unassailable, allowing him to face threats that would crush ordinary warriors. The third treasure, the Star Map, is perhaps the most enigmatic. It is composed of countless gusts of energy and starlight, forming a constantly shifting celestial chart. The materials and energy within are unlike anything known in the universe. As long as Luo Feng does not push it to its limits, even the most vigilant cosmic beings cannot perceive its presence. This treasure cloaks his movements and intentions, granting him strategic superiority not only in combat, but also in reconnaissance and maneuvering across hostile territories. Possessing these treasures alone would be remarkable, yet Luo Feng knew that true mastery was not in possession but in control. He dedicated himself entirely to learning the Star Tower and refining his command over his treasures. And it was during this period of rigorous cultivation that a figure emerged from the cosmic shadows, an old man whose mere presence radiated immense authority and mystery. This figure, known as the Sitting Mountain Guest, appeared calmly before Luo Feng, delivering a message of profound consequence. The final three pieces of the Nine Tribulation Secret Book lay hidden in perilous corners of the universe. He offered no name, no explanation beyond the essential information, and then vanished as quietly as he had appeared. Puzzled, Luo Feng sought answers from Bead, hoping to uncover the identity of this enigmatic being. Bead explained that across the universe, he was known as the Sitting Mountain Guest, a title of respect derived from his habit of meditating cross-legged atop mountains while traveling the cosmos. The Sitting Mountain Guest was not a conventional mentor. His approach defied traditional teaching methods, with lessons appearing unpredictably, often without warning. There were no formal classes, no direct guidance, only cryptic appearances and essential instructions. To many, such a master would seem aloof or even cruel, but Luo Feng recognized that this unconventional method served a purpose beyond immediate comprehension. The Sitting Mountain Guest cultivated self-reliance, patience, and insight, traits that would prove essential for survival in a universe that offered no second chances. Luo Feng, acknowledging the wisdom in this approach, chose not to question further. He focused instead on cultivating the treasures at his disposal. He began by collecting 100 gust stars and storing them within a scroll, preparing to deepen his understanding and mastery of the star map. Each day of practice, every calculation and adjustment brought him closer to the precision and finesse necessary to command such formidable power. By this stage, Luo Feng's confidence had grown significantly. The Tower Bead shielded his soul, the star map had expanded his strategic reach, and his armor enhanced his endurance. Yet this was merely the foundation. The true measure of his strength would be tested through years of cultivation and the relentless pursuit of mastery. Over 6,000 years, Luo Feng endured life and death trials that few could imagine. Over 5,000 of those years were dedicated to studying the way of the Beast God and the laws of auxiliary space. Through copying the Beast God statue and strengthening his will through constant challenge, Luo Feng developed a depth of power that rivaled elite warriors who had surpassed the 20th floor of the Tongshan Bridge. His journey of suffering and relentless perseverance elevated him to realms that most beings could only dream of reaching. Despite these monumental achievements, progress in the 7 transformations of the mountain mastery over the law of space was slow. Yet his Moshe clan clone, a reflection of his ingenuity, achieved a breakthrough. Through a unique resonance between its life crystal core and the laws of space, it unlocked teleportation, a skill that expanded Luo Feng's combat and strategic capabilities exponentially. This innovation highlighted not only his personal growth, but also his ability to create tools and allies capable of pushing the limits of conventional cultivation. After centuries away, Luo Feng re-emerged into a universe that had mistakenly believed him dead. During his absence, powerful figures attempted to suppress the influence and businesses of the Luo family, assuming vulnerability. Yet Luo Feng returned with unmatched precision and power, striking down those who underestimated him. His actions served as a stark reminder that strength commands respect, and that absence does not diminish the presence of true power. The Lord of Chaos City, observing Luo Feng's transformation, expressed relief at his survival and admiration for his growth. Luo Feng had not only endured brutal training, but had gained recognition from the very origin of space law, mastering abilities such as teleportation that were accessible only to those who deeply understood spatial principles. In acknowledging Luo Feng's potential, the Lord of Chaos City offered both guidance and reality checks, emphasizing that while status carries weight, ultimate respect is earned through undeniable strength and continuous self-improvement. To further support Luo Feng's rise, the Lord of Chaos City crafted a new identity for him, the King of Daohe. This title was more than ceremonial. It provided Luo Feng the leverage to navigate political and cosmic power structures with authority. Beyond mere survival, he was positioned to wield influence and strategic control in ways that few could challenge. Luo Feng, ever perceptive, asked how best to utilize the Yang God clan's armor to defeat a king-level enemy. The Lord of Chaos City recognized the depth of his acquisition and the possible inheritance of a secretive power. Rather than pressing for details, he observed a fundamental truth. Only those willing to fight for their loved ones and for the survival of their race push themselves to attain unparalleled strength. Luo Feng had embodied this principle fully. A key revelation followed. Luo Feng had fused with the Blood Luo Crystal, transforming into a black warrior. This form symbolized not only immense combat power, but also resilience, adaptability, and an intimate connection with cosmic forces. The Lord of Chaos City's admiration deepened, seeing in Luo Feng not just a promising disciple, but a genuine powerhouse whose journey had redefined the standards of cultivation and mastery across the universe. With his treasures, his armor, and his strategic mind, Luo Feng's path continued toward the final stages of ascension. The universe itself seemed to bend to his growing will, as enemies fell and allies rallied under his command. Each victory, each revelation, added layers to his understanding, reinforcing the lessons imparted by the sitting mountain guest. True strength arises not from power alone, but from wisdom, patience, and the capacity to endure beyond mortal limits. Luo Feng's story exemplifies a blend of persistence, ingenuity, and destiny. His rise from mortal uncertainty to cosmic mastery, guided by treasures, mentorship, and personal determination, demonstrates the essence of Swallowed Star. Every struggle, every innovation, every victory underscores that mastery is achieved not through shortcuts, but through the unyielding pursuit of excellence. As we reflect on Luo Feng's journey, the enigma of the sitting mountain guest remains a cornerstone. Though he rarely intervenes directly, his influence permeates every stage of Luo Feng's growth. Through cryptic guidance and unforeseen challenges, he ensures that his disciple not only survives but thrives, demonstrating that true mentorship lies in cultivating self-reliance and the capacity to surpass even the highest expectations. Luo Feng's ascension is far from complete. With the treasures of Wingless Wings, the tower bead, and the star map fully mastered. And with the transformative power of the Blood Luo Crystal, he continues to push the boundaries of space, power, and strategy. Each new conquest and each challenge overcome serves as a testament to his indomitable spirit and to the profound lessons imparted by his enigmatic mentor. His journey invites reflection. The universe is vast, filled with unimaginable dangers and opportunities alike. To navigate it requires not just strength, but insight, patience, and the courage to embrace challenges beyond comprehension. Luo Feng embodies this ideal, offering a model for what it means to ascend beyond mortal limitations, to claim mastery over treasures, knowledge, and self. Thank you for joining this in-depth exploration of Luo Feng's rise, his treasures, and the guiding presence of the sitting mountain guest. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, comment, and subscribe to Animeverse Hubs to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Share your thoughts on Luo Feng's journey, his strategies, and the profound impact of his mentor in the comments below. Until next time, continue exploring the universe of anime and the limitless potential within its stories.